Hello tournament competitors, I'm Renny, also known as RennyManJR in the Unreal community, and this is the third version of my map DM Azure 2K6, a remake of the map by the same name from the Unreal Championship 2 Xbox game that I've released 16 years ago. There were some long-standing issues on the map that I always wanted to address, and some new ones arose in the recent years, so I decided to do this new version. Here's what changed. First of all, the skybox had to be enlarged. With the adoption of widescreen monitors, there was an issue with the distance fog that made it possible to see the borders of the box. It should now be fine even if you play with some crazy field of view settings. Back in the day, UT 2004 was a tough game to handle if you wanted to play with high detail settings. Now even low-end configurations can handle it without a hitch, so I could add some more details that I had to skip in 2006, like those flags at the front of the obelisk basement. I did some tweaks on the inside chamber too. The original Xbox map had some kind of energy streams coming out from the hole on the floor, so I decided to try something similar by using a couple of emitters, one with a subtle fog effect and one that spawns some particles. The architecture of this room was also changed to be more similar to the original map. I know what you're thinking seeing those statues, but don't worry, they are carefully enveloped by blocking volumes, so you won't get stuck on them. And speaking about blocking volumes, I finally added them in other critical places, like around the jump pad on the crumbled column. You're not going to get stuck on the way up anymore. Other than that, I added a couple of projectors for the trees in the front courtyard, since those trees are too small for the terrain to detect their shadows. And I finally added the entrance door to the pyramid that I never got the time to create back then. But now, here's the most important change that completely alters the way this map works: pickup and weapon changes. In 2006, T2A reviewed my level on Insight and raised some practical matters that bothered me for all those years. My original idea for the item placement was to try to keep its scan at bay by placing the lightning gun on a dangerous position. One hit or a misstep and you fall to your doom. But what happens if you manage to grab it? You add everything you need to control the game right around you, shock rifle included, which is the only viable option to counter a skilled player and have any hope of a comeback. So in the latest version, the lightning gun is still at the end of the broken staircase, with no extra ammo around it, while the shock rifle is now on the opposite side of the level, in front of the pyramid door, where you cannot be sniped from the outside when you're taking it. You can also grab the minigun from a relatively safe position, but there's only a single ammo pickup for it near the weapon, so you'll have to move around to recharge it if you want to abuse of it. Of course, these 2-hit scan weapons are always game-breaking and I can't do much about it, but what I can do is to restrict the amount of ammo that you can grab for them. As for the lightning gun, there are no ammo for it on the outside of the map. The weapons you can control from the outside aren't powerful enough to be game-changing, and I also reduced the amount of health you can grab on the courtyard. There are now 4 vials instead of 5, a single health pack instead of 2, and other minor tweaks here and there. I've also put the rocket launcher on the central balcony to make getting to that area more desirable. There are more minor tweaks scattered around, but they are pretty minor and not really worth to talk about in this video. Overall, I'm quite satisfied by this map right now, and I hope you like it too. I'll leave you with a brief gameplay so you can get an idea of how it plays. Have fun in the tournament and be nice with other players.
section.